I'm going to go over a brilliant freaking outbound sequence in order to get more speaking gigs. So what happens when you send an email to someone who doesn't know you? Well, the response rate might not be as high as you thought it should be. But what happens when you send an email to someone you do know? Obviously, the response rate is a lot higher. How do you, as a speaker, create the illusion that they know you so they actually open your email and actually respond to it? I don't know about you, but if you've ever followed like a celebrity or even like a guru online, you ever followed their stuff and then you kind of just see them in person, you're like, oh wow, that's so-and-so. Oh, cool. And it's almost like you know them. Well, this kind of creates the same impression. It creates that illusion on them to where it's like when they actually hear from you, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I know who this is. So they're much more likely to open your emails, much more likely to contact you and connect with you. It's kind of like when you're connecting with a guru. If you comment on their blog, if you send them an email, if you tweet them, and you keep doing this a lot, they're going to kind of remember, oh, this guy John, oh, I remember him. So when you finally do ask something, then they're much more likely to respond to you. This is how that outbound sequence is. What you're essentially doing is you're combining Twitter with sending an email. So what do I mean? Step one, you use Twitter. You send either a message to them on Twitter. So you either reply to one of their tweets. So they tweet out, oh, event so-and-so, it's going to be amazing. You tweet out, you reply to it, oh, that's cool. So just something simple, or you favorite the tweet. So the first thing is you just go on Twitter, you figure out who it is you need to talk to, what meeting planner, what event, and you just favorite their stuff, reply to their stuff. Now you send an email. Once you send that first email, and you've already contacted them a few times, well, you've already been noticed a few times on Twitter by favoriting and replying to their tweets on Twitter. Once you send that email, now it's kind of like, oh, kind of know this person. Especially in the email when you say like, hey, I liked your tweets. And then bam, they make the connection like, oh yeah. Now you call them up on the phone and you talk to them about you as a speaker. Once you tweeted, once you sent the email, once you called, now you actually send a LinkedIn invitation. So now you connect with them on LinkedIn, not Facebook, because Facebook is more personal and they might be like, who's this creeper? So just send like a LinkedIn invitation to connect with them on there. Now you send a second email. So the second email, you're talking about the events that they do. In the second email, you're following up with them. The whole time, once again, you're tweeting, you're replying to their messages on Twitter, favoriting their tweets, and then finally you make that third call, or the second call, or the email, the third email. I personally do emails. The whole basis is you use Twitter with emails, with a call, with a LinkedIn invitation, and the whole basis is that you're connecting, you're contacting them from all different angles. And this whole thing is spread out over time. Contacting people with social media is like a pre-warming process to getting speaking gigs. If you combine Twitter, if you combine social media in different types of LinkedIn, Twitter, you're favoriting, replying, then sending an email, if you're contacting them from all angles, you're pre-warming them to when you do call them or to when you do email them. So to connect with more people who can hire you, just simply hit them from different angles and then email them.